we serve many HDB homeowners, as you mentioned, who grew up thinking that their HDB property is an investment asset. But eventually we are reminding them that it is meant to be a roof over your head first. After meeting up with such clients, going through their finances, we actually realize they have 5-digit income, earning 10K and above. They are actually able to move up to private property, yet many of them are on the fence because of the fear that buying a property might not pay off as an investment. What advice do you have for such homeowners who are on the fence, who are upgraders, who are aspiring private property homeowners, but still on the fence? What advice do you have?
I think it is not just about jumping into buying something, and I can totally understand the fear, because buying a property is not a short term, it's a huge commitment, and as well as in the long term. Let's not have a lot of fear. Let's do it through a proper planning. One of the key things here is this: when people upgrade from a HDB to private, or private to a landed, or whatever the combination it could be, what are we doing? We are planning ahead to make sure that while we are working, our money works harder for us in terms of capital appreciation, so that when we retire, we have the option of downgrading and getting all the money so that we can live comfortably. So, unfounded fear is not going to help us through. I think I must also caution one thing. Okay, I always used to say this: as long as you decide when to sell, it's safe. When the banker decides when you must sell, you are in trouble. And when will the banker will force you to sell? Only when you buy something beyond your means and you're not able to pay the monthly installment and you start to default, and the economy is not doing very well, and if things are not right, you may get hurt. Anyone who invests in a property beyond 5 years to 10 years is a good timing. Because any property cycle you will see within a 10-year time frame, there will be some challenges, global economic crises and whatever. It will go to the next high. 10 years is a good time to catch the market. So that being the case, if you hold on to a property to good 10 years, chances are you're okay.
As you shared earlier, growing up, you had a tough, challenging childhood. Since then, you've achieved success. So for our viewers who are feeling the need to break out of their current circumstances, what kind of advice would you have for them?
I always think that all of us are gifted in our own way, and most important here is this: we should live our life to fullest, not carrying a scarcity mindset, but living life with abundance mindset. What I meant by that here is this: it's okay. I'm not saying that every singular person must buy a bungalow to be happy. No need to. Life is about being happy and giving unconditional love. That being the case for any one of us, whether you have a desire, that whatever challenges you go through, and if you ask me a question, is there a bright future? How bright the future is all determined by ourselves. And that being the case, I'm extremely confident, as long as we are disciplined. And I always say discipline is often a very key important thing. Based on our initial humble beginnings, we were very much focusing on public housing. And but even at that time, those people who were able to afford, we were very much conversant in helping them to buy the private and the landed properties as well. But I must say, because we were very much focused in the Malay market at the start of our career in the real estate, and most of them are very comfortable with the public housing. And nothing wrong about that. Yeah, because in fact, for those people, can you imagine 25 years ago, people who bought a public housing is 100,000, 150,000 and 200,000, and today we are all talking about 400, 500, 600, and some are even crossing the $1 million mark. So public houses have also appreciated over time. People have to look at buying public housing more of a roof over their head that will continue to increase in price for sure, keeping pace with inflation, maybe a little bit more. Not expecting it to grow with a double-digit annual growth is not likely to happen. And that's not realistic either, simply because it is not sustainable, and public housing has become such that generations after generation should be able to afford as a basic home. And that's why the government takes a lot of initiative in terms of increasing the number of BTOs or sales of balance flat, or giving more grant for the young couple so that it remains affordable. So what things has changed here is this: generally the prices of property don't double as that of March. But on the other hand, buying at the right property, right locations does make a huge difference. A lot of the time, we lack self-discipline to achieve things. We say we want to reduce weight, but we find it so tough, but because it is about discipline. People who want to desire to upgrade to skills so that they can have a better job, somehow we procrastinate. And therefore, let's go to the drawing board. Have that moment to ask yourself, what do you want to achieve in life? And put that into a plan and do it. And the problem a lot of us have here is we say we don't take action. So as long as we are disciplined enough and have a clear plan to execute it, and we do it, it's just a matter of time. We will achieve that small breakthroughs and success and build on it. It is not possible for someone to say, I've got so many problems and I want to be free and I want to achieve that tomorrow. It's not possible. But we have to take that small steps first and be very determined to achieve it.